Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fetch Quest podcast, where we talk about video games and more. I am your host, Guy, joined by my fellow co-host, Brewer,
Hey, everybody.
and Connor.
Hello, everyone.
So, guys, something I want to start off with this episode. Have y'all seen the PS5 Pro? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that piece of trash. The thing looks awful, man.
Okay, dude. Not only does it look like really ass, but it doesn't come with a stand or a disc drive, and it's $700. Like Jeff Keighley even made a post about it, saying like, inflation wise, it's $100 more than the PS5, yet you're getting less out of it.
Bro, you don't need a disc drive when you got no games.
Whoa. That is not true, okay?
Connor, what are you talking about?
Dude, literally, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the PS5 doesn't have that many exclusives at all. You know this.
Nope, the PS5 actually has one game.
What?
One.
No.
It's all true.
Then what is this game's name, huh?
It's called Astro's Playroom.
Oh my god, you're right! The game we get for free! It does have a game! Oh, you're right. Oh, man, what a game.
Man,
I
it was
love
really
the game.
worth paying $700 for the one game.
Exactly.
It must be good.
Must be.
But yeah, no, today we're going to be talking about Astro's Playroom. What is it? What is it about? And is this the game of all time? So, we're going to be talking about this today. Give a little brief overview of Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom was a free-to-play game that came with any purchased PS5 that is a 3D platformer that served as a tech demo for the PS5 and its functions, and actually has been critically received to a point where it got a sequel called Astro Bot, which is a full $60 game that includes much more content than Astro's Playroom. But we're going to be talking about Astro's Playroom today.
Yeah, it's very cool what it turned out to be, because like they didn't have to go this hard for a tech demo, but they did, because it's free and you get multiple hours of content, and it's so good too. Like it has so much charm to it. Like you can tell the devs clearly loved making it. Like they have a bunch of little references here and there to like all of PlayStation's history with their consoles, their portables, their not so good stuff that you don't really mention too much.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really nice. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, it's like it's a love letter to see like where the like PlayStation brand got to at this point. Because like, and the thing is that like the entire plot of Astrobot, real shit, is going. You have to go through different parts of the PS5, like its GPU, its fan system, its a storage system, etc. And you have to collect the artifacts of past PlayStation systems. And by doing that, you're also like seeing all these Easter eggs of other IPs that Sony has, or even IPs from like different developers that aren't even like Sony connected. Like I know there's a Devil May Cry one that really tickled my tummy when I saw that. It was Dante doing a gun combo on another bot.
Yeah. I did like also just the straight Sony ones too, because they mentioned a lot of the more obscure ones that we haven't seen in years. Like big Gravity Rush fan here, I was so happy to get like 2 seconds of a mention of Gravity Rush when I played it. It's like, oh my god, that's my favorite game.
That's Gravity Rush. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it got acknowledged for 2 seconds. Let's go.
God. Look, it's a game that Guy needs to play.
Oh my god.
I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, that was really cool. I just thought of something off the top of my head though. So you mentioned, Guy, how we explore parts of the PS5, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking, like obviously Astrobot came out when we just had the base PS5 and digital edition, right?
Astro Playroom, right?
Or Astro's Playroom. Yeah, that's the same thing. Who cares? But now I'm thinking, with the PS5 Pro, do you think they're gonna update it to where they have a Pro version? But here's the catch. You have the PS5 Pro, right? That will be what you're exploring. But if you want to explore the disk drive or the vertical stand and have them in game, you need to buy them.
I would not be surprised if they did something that scummy.
That's insane. Guys. Yeah. Speaking of like other like ideas for the game, think about it. What if instead Astro's Playroom, it was called Freaky Playroom, and instead of exploring the PS5, what if you explored each other's bodies?
Me going into
Me-
brewer, me going into brewer and going into the organ, the organ outhouse level, going down his large intestines.
Oh my god.
me,
No,
me,
but
me when
yeah,
I
but like,
me when I run up to guy and touch his adaptive shoulder buttons.
oh hell yeah.
See what them things do.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that's actually that's going off that. The game does like a really like perfect job of showing people like what exactly the PS5 and the PS5 DualSense can do. Hell, there were actually some features I didn't even know that were on this fucking controller until I actually played the game. And
Mhm.
I gotta say, like, it does such a good job of just making you invested into every movement that you do. It makes you feel like you're there with Astro, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's the greatest 3 hour demo to gas up the console you just bought.
Okay, if there was like the biggest dick rider of all time award, it would go to Astro's Playroom for the PS5. It would, and I'm so down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you see how like magical and wonderful the world of Astro's Playroom is, and then you remember how shitty Sony is as a company, and you get all sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that
But it's okay.
sometimes.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
I okay.
This is
This
why
is
we're talking about a good game that makes me happy.
yeah. But we should probably get into the actual gameplay now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's a fairly simple
Astro's
game,
Playroom.
luckily.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, it's nothing like complicated. It is another 3D platformer where you have your traditional platforming like to make jumps to different islands or jumping up to gain elevation, yada yada. Astro, however, has a few. He has something that I feel like is pretty unique among 3D platformers is that his double jump actually has him use lasers to hover over for a little bit and actually does damage to enemies, which is actually they actually apply this in some of the level design. So when you double jump, you are attacking at the same time, and it's how you open up some platforms. I know they use this a lot in Astrobot, and I'm really glad that they utilize this pretty well in Astro's Playroom. But the main thing that makes it very unique is for each level there are these mini sections where Astro will take on the form of like a new creature. Like there's a frog bot, there's a monkey bot, there's a ball bot, and there's a gliding like a glide form where you have to use the different
The different parts
I
of
want to say
the dual
features.
sense.
Yeah, different
Yeah,
features of the
different
dual sense
parts,
to use.
features.
Yeah, different features to get through the level, which I think display what the controller can do to a cup of tea.
Yeah, I really wish more games would use those. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the adaptive triggers. I really like them.
It's
And
such
then
a
like
cool.
two games have used them.
Yeah, God of War and Horizon
But
Forbidden West.
oh, did
And
Horizon use it?
yeah, Forbidden West. As someone who played Forbidden West recently, I definitely know Forbidden West used the adaptive like trigger thingies.
Yeah, let's
Um,
use
and it
adaptive
was such
triggers.
like
I
a
mean, fuck.
yeah, it was such a cool effect because like it would only really happen whenever you would be using it to like pry open a door or something, but every time you did it, it like you actually felt like you could like feel the strength behind the door because of those adaptive triggers, and I really wish they would put that in more games because it's such a
Oh,
cool
I,
idea.
I, I did just remember, not Sony made, but like I just remember Stray. That game actually used the adaptive triggers as well. So like Stray, you play a cat, and when you want to go scratch up a rug, you can actually like it tenses up on the adaptive trigger to where it actually feels like you're scratching up against the rug.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it really makes you feel like a cat.
The
The
exact
exaggerated swagger of a stray cat.
true.
Yeah,
Oh man, I need
I
to
mean,
play Stray one day.
yeah, it's a very
but
good
like,
game.
but going on with that, like Astro's Playroom literally uses like every feature of the DualSense to a point where, like, again, it taught me at least like some new stuff about the controller that I had never known before.
Yeah.
And it utilizes them to such a good like degree to where it's like, damn, why do more games not use this? Like the touchpad, a game that uses the touchpad pretty well besides Astro's Playroom is Ghost of Tsushima. But the problem is that that was also built for PS4 and its touchpad, so it's not really like a unique like feature that like is specific to the PS5. Yet it's such a cool feature. Yet only a few games use it. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of see it used in like more niche purposes too, just like as an extra button. Like Gravity Rush 2 had it. If you swiped up and you swiped down, you could swap through different gravity modes. But I feel like they more so used that just so you wouldn't have to map it to other buttons, so it wasn't as inconvenient for the player. I haven't seen any like super in-depth use of the touchpad.
no, yeah, it's very sad to see because you know I'm gonna have to keep bringing up Forbidden West if we talk about this because it it's the only one I've played that actually has those features. But it uses if you like swipe up on the touchpad, it'll like show the full HUD. And again, it's like just such like it feels like they didn't want to map a button to that, so there's like, oh, let's just put it on the touchpad.
Yeah. What I kind of
Yeah, that
wish
makes
is
sense.
that Sony would do what they do, copy Nintendo, but copy like Pokemon Ranger, make like God of War Ranger. I don't know. Use your axe, you spin it around to capture enemies or something.
That'd be funny.
That would be
Um,
funny. But like,
but
don't. Yeah.
I can't remember. Have we gone in depth on the worlds of Astro's Playroom
No,
yet?
I was just about to ask like the levels and everything. Like, what's everyone's favorite level?
Mine
The
is
person, if
personally
yeah,
the
you first.
cooling. Mine's personally the cooling springs, and this has to go. This is a thing that all of the sort of levels have is that they are sort of inspired on based off like the part of which they are obviously based off of. Um, for example,
Parts of the
the
PS5.
yeah, the parts of the PS5, which each level has that. For example, you've got springs, which is based off the cooling fan that you have in the PS5, and
Yeah.
it's like it's like a tropical beach resort with like beautiful water and stuff like that. You have Memory Meadow, which is this sort of like cloudscape and stuff like that, which cloud storage and stuff like that.
But yeah, I think the one I liked the most was SSD Speedway. Just
That
like to
one's
show off the fast loading of the SSD, it has like a a racing level.
yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
that's a really cool and imaginative way to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think my favorite one visually was like the GPU jungle. But like if I'm thinking about like what was the best adaptation of this random part of the PS5, SSD Speedway, boom.
Yeah, I got
Like
it.
SSD
like
Speedway was also pretty good. I like the meadow though. I really like the calmness of it, and like I don't know. I like the feel of it. It reminds me a lot of like Super Mario 64 and like early parts of Odyssey. And plus, like I love the gimmick with the ball. I think it's so much fun.
I actually disagree. I didn't like the ball all that much.
What?
Yeah,
I think
it,
about what did you like in Astro's Playroom, Connor? Because you said you didn't like the monkey either. Like I really like the monkey in the GPU jungle.
Monkey too.
that that was me when I was playing through it. Okay, on reflection, I actually really like the monkey. I like the frog suit a lot. I think the frog suit's really fun.
Rocksuit is
Um,
fun.
but the reason I don't like the ball is just because like it's finicky. Like it's just sort of hard to control.
I
Dog,
mean, I
how
would kind of argue that like a lot of parts of the game could be a little finicky because like and it wasn't meant to be a $60
I
platformer.
mean, yeah, I get that, but yeah,
It's a tech demo. Like even the platforming itself can feel a little wonky at times, which is I feel like that's why they put the laser hover in there. Like it's a good
well,
attack, but also it's a good way to correct your jumps.
I mean, like at least for me, like none of the stuff felt like super janky except for the ball, because like you make one little micro movement with the touchpad, and like I would like go flying off the edge of the thing. It was actually like my least favorite suit in the game, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, I think skill issue, but that's just me.
I think it's a
Bro,
skill issue that
bro is like
you're
making
talking.
zigzags on his like on his touchpad on
I
his fucking
wasn't.
DualSense
I was
controller.
being like I was making like very slight adjustments.
Bro, man
I
was
played
playing
the Mario Galaxy.
man was playing Pokemon Ranger on there, drawing a bunch of circles.
I've played through the Mario Galaxy ball levels. I know how to be precise with ball levels in video games.
Of course, you'd be precise
Sounds
with
like you're the
ball
master
movement,
of
Connor.
balls.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Connor's the
yeah.
master ball handler.
The real dick writers are the people who dick write Call of Duty games, even though they're all dog shit.
Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, like, for real though, like, I feel like this game, like, it's very unique in a sense of like, you have these different suits, which I'm in love with all of them. If I'm gonna be honest, I think they are the best parts of their level. And the thing is that they all use a different feature of the DualSense, which makes them
That
feel
is like,
more unique.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's definitely the best. I think the suits are also sort of like the better parts of the game because not only does it change up the actual gameplay to where you know it's not just the same 3D platformer, but as you said, it uses very different parts of the controller of the DualSense. You know, we already mentioned the ball uses the touch screen. The frog suit uses the sort of gyro controls of like you can move the uh, controller, like tilt it, and that'll change the direction of the frog.
yeah.
It also has
I like the
adaptive triggers.
monkey, like combining the adaptive triggers and the gyro.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
a
move up, like you're moving your arm, and then you press down, like you're actually rock climbing. I thought that was a lot
yeah,
of fun.
It's
yeah.
so sick.
It's really like the suits are definitely such a cool part of the game. I haven't seen a lot of Astrobot because you know I want to stay pretty unspoiled for that for when I do inevitably get it. But I do hope those suits make a return because they were definitely my favorite part of the game.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
they'll
think
probably
the suits
return with some
themselves are
more.
returning, but I think they're like they use aspects of the suits to like make similar mechanics. So like what I mean by that is that there is like a grappling level, like where you use something similar to the monkey suit. However, you still have control of base Astro, so you're still doing like basic 3D platforming while grappling on the like rocks and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah. I do want to mention this baller little thing as well. So for the really fun levels you have that are a really good showcase of all the functions of the DualSense controller, there's also the rewards, which are really cool because you get to collect a bunch of old PlayStation shit.
yeah,
Perfect for me, a retro collector who collects old junky stuff. Let's go.
Okay, but like
it's
that is
really
really cool about this game though, is that like most of the collectibles are like showing you what PlayStation's history is and like where it's at now, which I think
Yeah, the good and bad parts.
yeah, and
yeah,
like it's very non-discriminate discriminatory. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's very like it doesn't care about the quality of the things. It's just showing people like, hey, this is where we were and this is where we are now. And I think it just
Yeah.
does like it's so like fun seeing that.
I want to mention too, like all the models in game for like the old stuff, they are like really very well detailed. Like I have I have all the PlayStations, so like if I pull up the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then I hold it up to my TV to compare it in game, like it looks fucking spot on. Like it's like damn, it's like they just scanned it right into the game.
Yeah, I know, which is insane. Like they put a lot of attention to detail in terms of making sure that all of the like you know what these look like accurately and also get a full idea of like what they did for their time. And it's crazy because like there's so many like niche products that they used to have that like I didn't even knew existed because it kind of feels like they just like shoved it under the rug until Astro's Playroom like set out and said, "No, let's celebrate this. Let's have a good time celebrating our past and like what got us here because what got us here matters."
Yeah, because like they had all the versions of the consoles as well. So like they had the original PlayStation, but then they had the revision. They had the like PlayStation PS3 Slim, which was like definitely probably the most popular model. But they also had the OG one, which was like just fucking a giant contraption, like just fucking disaster. But hey, it's there. It's there. And then also you got the PlayStation Mouse for some reason. But hey, it's cool. Celebrate all the history.
yeah. it's such like a staunch turnaround from of seeing this game and Astrobot being like two games that very much love to celebrate the history of Sony and all their IPs, and then like what it was like a week or two ago where PlayStation was like, we don't have enough IPs to make games out of. We just don't have enough stuff. We've only got like what, five? We've got God of War and Horizon and fuck, what was the other one? Like it's such a huge like contradiction. It's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's kind of why we have Astrobot to like just remind us, where things
Of the
were,
good
where they're
times.
going. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's nice.
Do we have any closing thoughts?
I guess
Um,
just some quick ones. You guys mind if I go first?
Sure.
Force man, you go for it.
Okay, so if you have a PS5, I mean, definitely play Astro's Playroom. It's fucking free.
It's isn't it like
It
automatically
comes with
downloaded on
your
the
system.
PS5?
No, I don't think it's automatically downloaded, or I think some models it is, but either way, literally just type in Astro's Playroom. If you bought a 500 or now maybe even $700 PS5, you might as well play one of the few exclusive games it has. So play Astro's Playroom. It is a love letter to like PlayStation's history. It's a good showcase of everything that the console has to offer, even if they haven't been showing that too much, but that's besides the point. It's genuinely just a nice little charming platformer as well. Like it's very well polished. Graphically, it looks very nice. I love the art style. Has a lot of cool references in there as well for anyone that's been playing the games for decades now. Either way, just a very good time. Would definitely would recommend. And again, it's free.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll go next if you don't mind, Guy.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I think as someone who just played this game like 2 days ago, um, I think it's a really fun sort of short package. It only took me about an hour and a half to beat. So if you're just bored one day and you've got like you've got a PS5 and 2 hours to kill, boot up Astrobot and you can probably beat it. It's a cute little 3D platformer, and I cannot wait to try Astrobot whenever I am able to get it.
All right.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what's up, man. For me, with Astro's Playroom, I think it does again, like we were said, it does a great job showing off what the PS5 can do, and like what its future looks like, and just also the IPs that come with Astrobot. Not Astrobot, with Astro's Playroom. It's a fun time. It's free, guys. Just play it. It's good. It's really good. You can beat it in like an hour and 30 minutes. It's such a fun time, and it's a good like tutorial for what will be like Astrobot when you eventually get it or want to play it. But yeah, no, Astro's Playroom, fantastic little tech demo that I'm glad came with our PS5s, and I'm just really glad that Sony gave us the opportunity to play this game for free. But yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of content and want to see more of it, please, for the love of God, press that like and subscribe button and comment down below what your favorite part of Astro's Playroom is, and are you excited for Astro Bot? But with that being said,
Oh
guys,
yeah.
thank you so much for watching today's episode. We've been Fetch Quest, and this has been our episode on Astro's Playroom. See you later.
Bye everybody.